up to 5.1 million Sierra Leoneans then insecure when it comes to its business. With you listen to the findings, and we take them from the WFP representative. We tell you about the figures and the findings. We come out today. We take on to waiting EU don't sponsor the farmers them. Now certain districts them you hear that one day. Then we come out from there. We come to empowering the local council, the local government. It's WFP. What make me say? You get side in a saloon, we're very high with food insecurity. And these are Putuloko, Falaba, Bombali, Kenema, Koinadugu, Tonkolili, Moyamba, Kono, and our very own Western area urban. In certain places here, very, very high level of food insecurity. But also then provide and suggest solutions and talk about food transfer and talk about food distribution and talk about cash transfer and talk about support for agriculture and also talk about the school feeding program and say that food feeding program they help a lot with picking them. We're not able for eat na house. We not get time for eat na house. Because we say we're not able, like say it's dire, but they just don't want to know. They not get time. People then they go to bed, not knowing no say breakfast, lunch and dinner they come out. Talk to the camera, I don't go to market. There how much people in they spend. You don't hear the grumble. So all these are not new. But you know go say because they are not new, we for just forget about her. Say, okay, well then no. Until they know they do well. It is what it is. No. When it comes to time for campaign, the politicians, they know how to solve our problem because the problem is not new to them. No, it's not new to them. But when they are there, how much we able is we are up. Say we've seen them, then do this, then do that, then do that, then do that. The president and the first lady, then get their own farm. But when they harvest tender, how many people in the country go able to say yes? Now we all benefit out of that. Yeah? The Commissioner for Anti-Corruption, himself this weekend, he don't show in farm. If time reach for harvest, how many people? It go help by the food insecurity. Make a call with this caller. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and side the call from, please.
Yeah, 888 and Musa 90. Talk from Ireland.
Musa, you get 3 minutes. What's your contribution?
Yeah, thank you very much for being on this platform. Your contribution is that this is just a start of the government. The government get a great role to play on this food security matter. But not today, does not matter. People have done the angry in that country for a long time. Thank you for demonstrate. Thank you for buying the machine. Thank you for buying the machine. And then self-serve when the government, they get to demonstrate, they make farm. Minister of Agriculture, they get to make big farm. And then the government gets to empower the local farmers. Not for them to know more. They get to empower the local farmers. They buy machine, give them machine. If that's possible, then give them loan. That loan, they wouldn't get to buy the seed, to plant their crops, give them many facilities in time of road, make the road, because most of when we talk about this food security, whether in an upline, most of them are not the road. don't know this. So the government by get to try back to make them all time they contribute to food security because most of these families they want make farm, but they don't know this. So which they must go for this go to their farm. All that the government gets to make a great thing for this food security because that's not something like that. They say 5.5 people in the day they don't get food security in Salon. It's very, very sad. From there about 7.5 million population. So it means it's most of the people in the go now dead without eat food. So that is very, very sad. And the government just to take responsibility. So this thing has been going on many, many years, not to do that. So Salon, what do you try for saying? Let them people the way they put under as a leader. Make them make Salon which they can make away in the past every time which WSU this foreign aid will get condemned people then whether they have come back and distribute to people there. And people there they don't need to put no one this time, but that will not get manpower. If you don't get manpower, which kind of family will do? Would I be able even do for young family? So the government, for this thing, the government gets the role for play for this, to get insufficient food, naturally. For buying machines, to empower the local farmers then, and if you then keep on the government, they just make farm, especially in the Ministry of Agriculture. What that just contribute for me to get insufficient food, naturally. So that's the only thing we get from it.
Thank you very much, Musa. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, caller, they're live on air. Your name and who the call from, please.
Yeah. My name Abdullah Bimara. I call from Paris.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, good evening once more. Good evening to all listeners. You know, AAA, this farm business and salon, you know, just the way how you say now, the president and woman make farm. Will be all be they see the video they already post on Facebook. Would I benefit from it? That's not a big question, you know. And the same question again with all these things where they don't begin. If really these all ideas where they don't bring come, if they really mean now, if they really get for do, waiting they really mean. Then the thing. You know, for this food security business, let them not say only now rest business. We even get some fruits in a salon. The agriculture people then they able to plant cocoa, coffee, all that in there. You see. But if they bring even economic back to the country, that's not a good idea. But for by if they able to plant all that in there, then later, if they able to take that in there, if they go produce and to another man country, not even get the machine. Salon not get even one strong, let we just say one strong engine where they provide food in the country. We get so many fruits there where they for snap body the body. Nobody no care. And hungry not the fed by rice. And I true say yes, with the Leoneans then, Africans there would all used to rest business, all man rest. Not true. But some people then back like you want for change their own. If you make them small food, then small thing, then if they bring come at least something back. But then people that they work the one whole year, if they go sell, I know they get price because the government, nobody know they don't get no strong. Also the manufacturing things, and they also at least also they able product that they able pull that thing there where they able sell and give the people there. You know they. Or they even able to sell out of the country, you know they. So me see all the thing I want they do really good. I really happy for WHO this kind idea we look at because that number say for the give Iboku, even pass that number. Let me say sorry, he passed that number. The people they say for they even get food what they eat, some man they even get meat what they put nice and import. We all know that. That number self, not to even number, me not to the number they calculate. I they say 50% of Sierra Leonean population, or everybody they live in, they live with hunger. They're hungry no more. So this family business, they don't know say now this backyard farm, not a backyard farm. If you want to feed the country, not a backyard farm. You get for be really strong. The farmer they get for support the farmer there. Then you back what is the farmer that they get for create later. You self get for use than they. You able manufacturer where you able seller you get your income. But if they plant all that in there, even though that rest, if they plant that rest, if they want bitter, now my sheep. Because you know they go plant rest no more, you say they go put an pot. You see? So you get for give them people then the tools. You get for make a big plan for them in there. You know they just grab number, you say, okay, not true. Salon feeding, school feeding, not to today. Na Pagaba start time. We all know. That day it be the help you a lot. Until he can't stop, he don't start again. But even that school feed, even this school feed the business, you want to tell me say what that school picking the eat in our school. Now he the left foot and the whole day past the next day waiting to go eat in our school again. That's the question where we self go they ask ourselves. Because so many 50% of them school picking that they go now money where they not eat. Now that school feeding, now their hearts they panel. So now we don't eat and we don't can house, you know they get food, they get what to eat. Past tomorrow, they expect for go eat in a school. Me Tripoli really, if them people they are one at least put the tears of Sierra Leone and let them start from the roots. Not to up in the start, now from the root in the start. Now for feel the pain, what the people that they feel. That's a main contribution really for this night, sir.
Thank you very much, Abdullah. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and who you call from, please.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, now you, sir.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, my brother. Mina Umar, I come from Los Angeles.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
You know, my brother, this angry business we did, not to today, don't begin. And not for end today. The idea that every little thing we go for in a government, and it work. We get for look to we self, we the Sierra Leoneans. We get for begin for do waiting better in terms of agriculture. We can do them because they grew up now Freetong in the 70s. Okay, so can still not be the give big machine them. It not be the give big machine for do agriculture, but we didn't get enough rest. We didn't get enough pepper. We didn't get enough yabas. We didn't get enough of all that things, and because the mindset of the people around that time, that the agriculture been there at their head. Okay, so we change. Yes, when I have people that they go to bed angry, and let nobody not tell me say, now by choice. No, now Los Angeles now, we get picking them, meet them where they go to bed. Hunger. Okay, if they want to make that statistic, we will see all the time. Whether they make a commercial them for help feed people them. Yeah, United States, America. So let nobody not tell me by choice. No, we get people that when they able to feed themselves now. Yeah, where they say they struggle. But what are they trying to say now? All man they call the government. They able to give them people a big machine. No. Backyard gardening, backyard farming, self the help. Make anybody tell me all the how do you call it, farmers market, the way they get their outdoor farmers market, go who get it down in Los Angeles. Where sometimes they just block one street, they get farmers markets. Let anybody tell me say the machine and people that they plant with. Now people that will just take it upon themselves, they look at the area who side they especially the wide land area, them like them up north, Northern California area, then plant that not to consider both of them a machine that they use. Okay? Just I think that 2018 or 2017, AYD did one program with them, they get one guy with the host where they invite farmers them, local Sierra Leoneans them. One guy they intro can say 70% of waiting in web they cook for them in any buy.
Now in your yard, in backyard, now they plant in pepper, now they plant in potato leaf, now they plant in grain. Even this lady who they call Stella Bangura, I don't listen to her once. I think that be 2018 when talk say in mix panda photo business in your small yagato grain potato leaf. Now in frontier in backyard, now they plant her. So then nobody not tell me say backyard farming they work. If a chunk of we decide for do that, we go do them. So this idea for say everything, they will not get the machine then. Well, what about in the 70s and in the 80s? What would they get all them tears? So can still be the give them machine and they because people like get the mindset say no will do agriculture. Me they tell you right now you're gonna free talk. The born free talk the people in the salon, they not even want to eat country chicken. Everybody don't Americanize, everybody don't Europeanize. Me go na Freetown last year. Why they go to the supermarket and they ask, I want the country egg, I want the country chicken. They don't even want them eat the day. Everybody want eat canned food. Now I make cancer, but maybe they grow up na Freetown in the 70s. You hadn't layered the word cancer. Today cancer na music na salon. Because we don't take we mind, we bury them into European and America. We don't Americanize, we don't Europeanize. Everybody want to eat canned food. Everybody want to eat oatmeal. Nobody don't want to do anything. Okay? We get young people left. We not get the machine there. You're right, but we not been getting in the 70s. Check still may not be the shape that machine and they cannot be the staff for food. People have been plant because they are born. I don't grow up there, but they are born. They plant. They daddy be the plant. If they dig time on, they get people away. They plant restaurant. Okay, so now we left this all thing. Now the government. That yes, we understand that. But what thing we say about people like Guineans, now farm people like this so. Guineans, let anybody tell me say Guineans, lots of people are able to do farming. Now people are where they do very good in farming. Even though the government they give them everything. Now the government, we also know people that they don't even want to eat what's in the grow. They don't Americanize everything, canned food, everything, American thing, everything.
Okay.
But even for real food.
Before I let you go, when you start, because you say,
yes,
Usayude, now Los Angeles, people and they go
correct
to bed, hungry.
Correct.
I think I don't say something about that now before. Say, if there is safety net in the United States, Usa we all day now, we done the now no gonna salon. I understand people go to bed hungry, and I go repeat say it's their choice. They want to go to bed hungry. If you say, no, wait, I can't make. I just establish because you said don't do it.
Go ahead.
I just search now for food banks, them for food shelters, them na Los Angeles, and you get past 20 wey come up. Where if me no say I no get nothing, I walk into those places. I go come on, I do me belly full. So that's what I'm saying. Unless the person don't want to go to food bank, we go able to provide for them. There are certain banks, then they even with this COVID, then go get a package where then go give you, and you can go outside your day, and you able for sustain yourself with them. That we not get in Sierra Leone. So in saying that, this is the thing we are trying to say here about the food bank and the safety that has been provided for people outside the system in Usai within at the West, where we not get Nasalone. I understand Usai they come out about we Sierra Leoneans them wanting to provide, because when it come to me area where I get for give me on submission, I know it's I me don't plan for say, because even when they tell you about what EU don't spend so, they never tell you who are the targeted people. These are the targeted people now, the same people them where we don't they do farming before, now still then they target, and we don't know say the young, healthy young people don't want to do farming anymore. Those are the people they should target instead of the same old people that we get in farm there, where at least they're not able to bring something out.
I absolutely agree with you. What I try for saying is, even the food bank and the mix up stuff what sit on not too long ago, this month, this COVID, I don't drive now right in front of we new LA Ram Stadium, where I hope me trunk them put food. But what I tell you say, not to every day. Not to every day, not to every, sometimes they then get certain position them. When they tell say, next week Thursday, because you go online, then they tell say next week Thursday na Ubayanda. Next week, and the thing they say, whether they go put now you trunk. Not to foresee everything. So what another talk say they not get the naya. But young self, not to get the idea. Say young self angry day. We get the kingdom. We see commercial all the time. We see people where they come up with money. Then food back there. They self. If you watch, one time you don't go to food na food bank. Why can't them go now and throw them back? Because a lot of them can't food and they put that in the trunk. Either not the one that where the department store they don't done with. Where they give them so they either they don't expire. Or na that day they expire. Most of them. Anybody who they go to but ready. So what are they trying to say now is not to everything the government get 100%. Yes, we understand that the government get for it, but what are they trying to say now is we grew up in the 60s, 70s. I mean in the 70s.
We go left this for Saturday because even this one in the 70s and 60s, the population not be done boku like I boku so now.
I understand say the population not be boku, but we not get machine there. We not get machine that we should even line up. But people let me do farming. We get for come out. Let we say, let we believe say we can plant we own cocoa. Why we for import pepper? Why should I look for import pepper? Now government in problem down the back. Why won't we been get pepper? We been get we on your back. That don't get your back. We been get walares. Then people don't get planted walares and they are caterpillar in the middle. Now we point the finger first to we on self before they point first to government. We don't become lazy in Africa, especially Sierra Leone, to be precise. Now that's not one of my big brothers.
Right, thank you very much, Umar. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think I go still stand for the people of Sierra Leone and for say Sierra Leone people not become lazy. It's just the choice of pathway they don't choose for waka. Because if you go Sierra Leone 4 o'clock in the morning, you go see woman them tote baskets, you go see people them out there coming out for go fend for themselves, for able for support themselves and support them family. It's just that now the choice, the pathway they don't choose for waka, now indifferent. So for say they are lazy, I don't think say me one for agree with say Salon people they're lazy. Salon people then they strike as hard as possible for able for provide for the people them for go to bed, say something day na them belly. But the only thing, if we say they don't focus on agriculture, not mean say they're lazy. We really want them to focus on agriculture. And I think there should be a way where we can able preach that they're able to understand, say, agriculture is the way forward, instead of say they are lazy because they choose something else. Yes, caller, you on air, your name and also the call from please.
Yeah, this is Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Umar says Salome when you know to Saloma, that means he lazy too. Well, left brain talk here, man. Left brain talk. When you talk about food bank, do your research first. You know, people like me, I can volunteer place them there, you know, for distribute food then to people there. Even at the farm there, for go pick the food there, for wash there and donate them at the food bank then there. Most of them people in the way get them place there. Then a tax write off. Government they pay them, okay? When you see them farmer they donate them food then they to them food bank then they government they pay them. No, they say Salon people are lazy. You know, do your research first. You know, the problem with Salon is agriculture. They don't politicize. They don't politicize agriculture. You know, when you see all chief ministers, they all anti-corruption people, and they go do agriculture, and because money don't come. It wouldn't come on a power just now. You know, go here one part and go do agriculture. No, one part they don't go grab people and go do agriculture. They don't go do it because they know exactly what they do. And they politicize the whole thing. The thing with agriculture is it get for doing for it benefit the whole country. You know, not to sections. You know, now that they understand, not to sections. The whole country need for benefit. When chief minister go plant the rest, not to the whole country don't benefit from her. You know, now then they will need for think about. Put something will go benefit the whole country. You know, even me now there. The other day, they research about chicken and poultry. I for invest on chicken and poultry in a salon. You know, we go benefit the country. Now then they will know they think. You know, we'll make go plant small rice and that. We go sell that. You know, this person go plant small rice and that. How then they go benefit everybody? You know, now the collective now they bring down, or they politicize the thing. But what would they? When they talk the truth, when we talk no more, they say, "Oh, Mike, they don't know what side way they." Mike, now the thing that they want me know they understand. Put Salone first, not to region or anything. You know, Salone first. If they do agriculture, put the agriculture just for the people of Salone, not to regions. You know, Salone big. You get big land there everywhere. You know, but then people, I don't see anything when they come out of this. Now the same Boku talk no more. Boku talk. As that money they don't just run over, they all go sit on back. Now for the money we don't can now it's the white that money they. Now the Boku talk then they pass so. Man, they play too much games, man. You know, me I don't know them my business, man. Now my own contribution, like tell Omar say Salon people are not lazy. Salon people are very hard working people. Like, even work out overseas, you know, with a strive for improve. You know, I don't appreciate that at all, man. My own contribution, I know.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Yeah, man, Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Well, I respect all my own opinion. Umar, you know, in comment, I don't say I respect your opinion, but for say we lazy, you know, and a majority not go agreeing to 9 comment today. Then number 2, me I attack this issue in a different form. I refer to Roma again, say, I know so in the back of 70s, 60, 70, 80, global warming not me too much show now. This all now impact to Salona. I know they talk about that country because we they see during dry season where people that they plant, they're not even plant. Now harvest. Where by right, people that for plant, you see how they grown, the stronger. But that business is scarce. Global warming, the climate don't affect inside Salo right now. We don't see how people that cut the tree there, the forest not they preserve again. So most of the agricultural thing that they make you need heavy machine there. You need certain machine there for you to plant certain thing there. So for let you get backyard garden, it's fine. But you need fertilizer, you need manure for some of them things and if not dry season, let's say dry season, you want plant backyard garden. What's water first you go to go pull for water that garden there. Then one affected and the back will make you eat itself then if crops they not grow well. Don't forget about rainy season. Because we not say rainy season, but say plenty in day. Because people that plant the water day, in the water so many things. So the global, not Salo, at least we blessed with water. Even we say in there under California. We say in there California. I don't live in San Diego, I know. You see how draft they go there, whether they say the farmers there in San Diego or in California, Southern California, they grumble because of the drought. It affects them, then a farmer. So, but they don't prepare. They get pipe there, they get out the way they don't set. So when the drought they come, they get outside, they able to get water for water they garden there, the tomatoes, the avocado there, so many things, the strawberry there, all that things they do. So Salon, no say people they don't want farm. We want farm. Like me, I get small ranch by the grace of God. We say the ranch they didn't near water, so the way water dry. Where the part they call me, they pass where they dig water well. So down in the global climate back they affect the back with it in the 70s, the 80s, things they be normal. But now you see how the more population they grow, the more they affect the human, the climate, the heart. Some side they where water dry, you don't suffer. Even they make a final dry season, potato leaf, cassava leaf, all that things they need to go up. Because now water, especially potato lettuce. I get farm who end up now Gloucester, where they can harvest the lettuce, the carrots for candle. Then because they send water they need for water then thing and so the climate back they affect most of the farmer thing. But when you get good machine, you implement certain science inside agriculture. We all know that. You want the well land until they get the science part where they do certain plants the day where you plant them, we go get enough. Even the pepper, the okra, whatever, jakato, all them thing and they. You know they see inside dry season that they produce the so no more. because of the water scarceness, or some people they always see the ground dry. For like dig self the ground, it's very hard. Now make you see the farmers there. We look at farmers and I dry during rainy season, starting May. April 1st now don't begin get upline. By April, rain don't begin to come. May, you see they don't begin to go brush the farm, they brush everything. They always see that first rain for done, the ground don't soft. Now that time they see that they dig for plant the rest there, or wherever they want plant. So the climate side, may they come from the climate side, don't affect most of we generation there now. Remember they talk about global warming, they talk. Not that thing that we see also come out. Look salon now. Certain look that Gloucester side there. Then side some tree there they say you not even see that. All the forest they went from the all the rain for we. They're not the whole again. If they don't cut all the tree there. So when see rain come, why not flooding they take place in the country? All the hillside they will get beaucoup tree there. Where they all some of them rain, then thing and day. But now not there. So we left for consider that. But for say we lazy and not be lazy. So we now I will be lazy, we are the hardest worker in South Africa. If we not get if Saloma not get nothing safe, it must make say in Peking they not sleep with angry. Now one of the things that we're proud of. It go trust if not for trust safe, it will go trust for them Peking they not sleep angry. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who side call from, please.
Yeah, I Ibrahim, call from Maryland.
You get 3 minutes, Ibrahim.
Thank you very much, brother, for giving me a platform. You know, me, I disagree with brother more for say Solomon they lazy. Solomon not lazy. Solomon not lazy at all. You know, the problem of we say we not for blame government. Government, not our government, are the people. You know, me say we then in our office, they say you know get right for go do agriculture. Then say when the government official they get right for do agriculture too. So if they talk about agriculture, we all Leoneans they only for come together for now embark on agriculture. And I remember those days where they do in the time of seed multiplication. Then they go give seed rice to people in our village who may do farm work. Plant international. When I don't think I say plant Sierra Leone. Then they go give people granules. They say make them plant. You know, all the internet they when they go give, like for example, they give like 2 bushel and say this 2 bushel for work, and they give fertilizer. We harvest, give it back to 2 bushel, anything will come away than a young. Then they motivate people, like people, they do the farm work. Don't have substance farm them they do, but them they get the people, they give them the seed rice, they give them the granules for plants, all anything and they. So now the seed multiplication, I know they give, but I'm not in the game. The Minister of Agriculture, who said the office day, now future the office day. Now future they do agriculture? No. They get for decentralize everything. If you're in a Ministry of Agriculture, you get for who said they get for do the farm work, go to future they go sit down. They all are part of the people that who produce agriculture, let the country go before. But if everything they free to, someone they say they go can apply, outside the office they are free to a day. I go expect the farm work who decide for where they go before. Let's start from the president. When the president go on a farm, he will see everybody they follow and say everybody who in a minister or in a member of parliament, you get forget farm. If they do that one day, they put effort on that day. The agriculture will go before. But if that is what happen,
but it's already in play. That one they really talk so. Where the president don't talk, and I make most of them what they see, where then they try for showing them farm places them, then land them. It's already in play because that's what the president say.
Yeah, we'll say everybody get for follow. Not a few people don't work for see. We for see everybody in farm. You know? If we see everybody in farm, trust me, the people that will go park free tour, we they do farm work because of the work care and we are free to they don't go use to the system and free to now go upline again. If they see the one they own a government official and they go do farm work, I hope they say they run for come back now upline for can do the job. So that's my contribution. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Ibrahim. Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
My name is Ezekiel on the call from Oregon.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. When it comes to agriculture, this thing we even don't begin change for some time now. At least now the place was born and we saw come on at the north. My bomber to be precise and Manjawo was I grow up. Well, they go school, farming. I do all kinds of farming. They go school. Sometimes they left my village on Monday and go school 2 weeks. By Thursday, I'm back. And then I farm on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, past Tuesday, back I go, And then 95, the rebel, then they come. 96, 97 to be precise, then can kick we all out of that place. In fact, the time we then kick we out, that's in we've been done brush, we've been done clear, all which have been done left now for scatter the rest. So we all run, go McKinney. From there, we run, go Freetown. So all the young men from that area, mind you now, subsistence farming, what they do? Would they join a company of 50 or 25 to 30, 50, 55 people? So would they go to each person on a daily basis? Go do the whole work, the whole day, come rest my net and go back the next day to another person. So when the rebel come, we all run, go Freetown. I can still remember when we get the message said, and don't clear we area. The power get a family of over 25 people. We all gathered and say, would have for turn back for go try for scatter the rest now the place. Now the family we don't clear at least half one or whatever. Triple A, now me one return for the whole family. Me one return at that village. When I go, the other village not get enough people. So the whole section, it was about nearly 10 villages. When we joined the company, it was only 30 people. Just imagine 10 villages, 30 people, So the whole land will be clear. Now only half of we able to scatter residents. And that, as I talk to you, the place has left like that. All the one that way they've been go Freetown, McKinney, or any other city, half of them, they no return. So when the war began, while left 2002, where then they disarmed, they back out with the idea for repatriate. The repatriation plan where they've been getting was only for few people and few areas. So most of strong and consistent farmers at that time, young, energetic people, they left now Freetown. Most of the people where they become on our area, some of them are coconut sellers. Now Freetown. Up to this day. So when I recall now village and the new, our system, they change, everything they change. Even the young man, they now wait and they get in at the village. They don't want to do the swamp walk because then they say I'm so heavy. Most of them, then they rather fight hard and do Okada riding. Then they go to Kalangba, they sit down there, then they ride Okada from Kalangba to McKinney back. That's all they do now. So most of them, then they find it difficult because the farming work is not easy at all. Farming work is not easy. So somebody be talk about seed multiplication. They do in our area several times. Can left fertilizer when we don't harvest, we give them rice. Maybe 1 bag fertilizer would end up for getting 2 bags of rice. Rice we don't harvest in exchange. That been the happen. All the things that they not do now, they not get seed multiplication where they give seed. My question is, when are they look online, and they look at Indonesia, they look at the Philippines, when they do rice farming, Japan, the technique way then they use. All we leaders, when then they come for kind of request for assistance, they never ever ask for technology. They never ever ask for idea. Now money they want because where they hold this cash, a small one, now they go to the people. If then why they go there and say, you know what? This rice farming one that they do now, it look very productive, it easy. We say 50 people and go work for how many days for even harvest rice? One machine they do, 2 hours. They only cut the rest, they flag them and give plain rest, you can go not on. Then they ever ask for those machines. Then they ask for the know-how. Now money no more than they take. So how you feel say this thing will change? Even if you they pour money right now, that not going to change much because we say 30 people and go work. The result way and go get enough for even take them to the market. But mind you, these people are then they spend the whole time, the whole rainy season, then they spend their time for do that farming. So the rest of way then they get now loan, then they take them because the people and they come and exchange, put loan in terms of exchanging the food way, then they left the Maggi, all kind of things, then they do them. So when they harvest, then they forget them back in exchange. So as a result, there's nothing left. By the time the dry season is done, they are taking loans again. So, my contribution then, if the government, they go out, ask for ideas and tools where they go give you, we will go teach with people who will give you enough returns, not to for go back and pour money into subsistence farming. It will just not the same scenario will go there over and over.
Thank you.
So, my contribution then.
Thank you, Sir Ezekiel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Yeah, me to talk to?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this farming things within the talk, I think when there's so many factors that involved. You want to do large scale farming, you need water, you need storage facility, you need electricity. Do they have those things then in place to do large scale farming? And I want back Omar small, not on the lazy part, but what they talk about people learning, they do them backyard garden. That backyard garden, I think they want to help individual families, and then they plant them small thing at backyard, because we said we only grow up safe. With the backyard garden where they plant small things, jacato, pepper, cassava leaf, all the small things, and they, so there are small things, when they buy in a market, normally in folding, So now to go to Mike where they say they want to politicize this farming business. I don't think so, because why everything people can always jump to politics, This not to something where just happened between over these 2.5 years period where this government come into place. Not to everything we will put blame on this government. Of course they get their own wahala where they plan, But this malaise, the saloon don't start almost 59 years ago. But things don't be poor every year. You just have to say, in power now. They never fix everything. We don't poor for 59 years in 2.5 years. That's realistic, That people know is just this government here, this minister here, this that here, this that here. What do I already get it? Agriculture had been covering at that time too. What was going to fix them? What was now they wait for this government to just come in 2 years, they want push the elephant, and they forget everything. Of course they get the wrongdoings too. But let's be realistic here, That's what they can't just and clear everything. You have to fix something when you're gotten to the core for 59 years and going to 60 in 2.5 years. People need to be realistic and pragmatic and look at the core issue here. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller ID live on here. Your name and inside call from, please.
Hello.
Yes, I did live on here, sir.
Yes, my man. This is Jimmy from Mechanicsville.
Jimmy, you get 3 minutes, sir. What's your contribution?
It's now my grandpa they on the top about so farming and hunger and all that. Now we'll break down these things small, right? My man from Los Angeles. You get great idea. I don't tell you say stress and coronavirus then our first cousin. So we need to stay from that, okay? All right. Now, USA, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, New Jersey, all the way in a liberal states them. Now they get problem in this country because they're liberal and they want them. And they only allow the Mexican for cross-border, bring them inside, then they say they're going to feed them. They're just like our EPC, SLPP, they do that home. Okay? And I mean, get problem down there. So when we people that involved, I go like follow blame with people them a little bit, and then we balance. Remember, Englishman say he who carries the crown carries the load. Welshman say fish not rotting from tail up, and the end they rotting first. So who that they in charge? Now he responsible. APC or SLPP or 7-11 or 10-4, anybody with it, now he responsible. Who then America, and I would cause somebody problem them, don't they? I don't tell you the last time I called. You go to some hosts, now organic cassava leaf and they eat. They don't eat cassava leaf from Mexico. So then same cassava leaf and fish and mina and lati. When the people for eat na town, they send to winner. They will buy on black market. And that they pay tax don't receive. Okay, so please, when they call upon the issue, now they see we young people in size small. I can go back in small in terms of farming and population. When I've been in a town as a young man, what do they call him, Lawyer Gabidon. One newspaper I've been reading called We Own. A big, like a one old book. In the middle of that We Own press, Chairman Mao from China, they've been paid for right, what do you call them? Some subject about poverty. I think then I've been like a 3.5 billion before now we'll be about 6. I hope I'm right. Simply, what they conclude is, look, China, when I look for bomb book picking when I staple food na rice and noodles and stuff. If when I grow na your food, when I go gently, it's that simple. Fast forward 30 years, what you do, look aside and today. Okay? So the police na tongue again, where SLPMB been there, like how we man at Los Angeles been say. Where pass like been na SLPMB been there. SLPMB they go plan and get an organization that would them form. Where farmer then all them district they plant from village to the district, east, west, north, south. SLPMB they go collect. They get truck, they go collect all the thing I will in the middle. Because they go to the warehouse. Then we can export to for export, sell with them for sale. Then it's surplus in my million can bring and kind of dove cut and buy. The again issue, other countries they not getting. Then they cry, including Los Angeles, they all fire, they not getting. Salon, God bless you with rain. One specific month, then a tongue, I think August. Again, they count for 7 days consistently, about average of 2 inches a day. It's not a big, but they come. But we as Africans, we're able to develop a way for save their water in the for siphon their water in there and do them small backyard. When people go collegiate school, bro, I get 2, now we please what I mean. I get 2 goats and 1 sheep. I get 4 cut grass for them before I go. Then I'm a yard open day. We get mango, we get cherry mango, common mango, rope, granny mango, we get pear. Then we get avocado, now was butter pear and simple pear. We get yam, we get cassava, we get cocoa, we get Chinese yam. You only told him maybe they send winner for go by the protein, either oil or beef or stuff like that. Because fish will go get them with them. Okay? But all them issues are where we get. Not problem. But the thing is, you have to go to the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem for now, as we did, now that's civil war. It will take 20 to 25 years for raise one generation. Okay? So if we go back in the 90s, we look at them picking and today. They're not big. Now, like me, daughter, I don't graduate college, which are 28 years old, they go 30. That what they bring drugs can they make them lazy? Technology don't help them because you get unexpected consequences. Now all man get 2 phones, they don't handle farm. Me, how do I go to freedom? I don't see them plant 2 bale potato leaf. The rest of the yard they free, nobody no plant nothing. And the yard they near a stream. So you see the laziness can be small. But it adds, unless we move them people here to agriculture and local housing, and then this district here, this problem not go away. All right, so I don't say that I hope much for a little bit, and I hope say everybody will do okay, including you. And we have to be careful also with them food and what they import, because they're all laced with GMO, genetically modified organisms. Now somebody say the Chinese get something of plastic. Who knows? The main cow in 3 weeks, cow don't big. Why? Now make you see all this cancer there, and so for be careful. Well, I encourage you people them for go back to farming. If we move them, okay. But again, I'm glad for your voice. Thank you very much for welcoming me. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I see. I already asked you in SLPMB, Sierra Leone Produce Marketing Board, NISLPMB. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and where you call from, please.
Yes, sir. Triple. This is Alaji Silaye.
Yes, Alaji, good. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Well, thank you, sir. First of all, I want to ask them guy all the way to go open this agriculture business too. Now say this new generation, this new government will come now 2+ years ago. Why now they ready? Why would they come if they actually want to do agriculture? They're not beginner. They don't count that in it. Why now they begin? Let me get out of the say something that money they don't see so we don't can kapu between themselves. Let me call my go agriculture. Then secondly, if they can okay, let's say this agriculture can work. It can work. Are they go able to pay them youth man them for let them sustain themselves, for let them go they upline they go able to relocate self number one. If they go able to relocate, because relocation now one big thing for people and for them left free zone, they don't go to upline. And let's say that for go do farming or anything, they know they want to go. You know, waiting they that free zone where they don't want to go. Okay, let's say them go there. Them go there now, they go there for this farming. Whoever get these farmers there, they go able to pay them enough money where they go sit they go maintain that agriculture business for let country go before. Because just like how the previous speakers around there, we get all lentin and they will not be the imports there and be there. They be there. Why then for there now waste that the same thing that they do behind the backyard? So people in the plant and behind the backyard, all they can put on the for say, not importing and they go import the food they can. I mean, you look at okra there. You take okra, pepper. That is all them day. Why they can't sell it? They go say that importing the import there. Where if we then sit down for do the farming, they go able to bring it in it be cheap and then everybody they enjoy. I mean, then people here, like I know what Mr. Umar say, some of them they're very lazy. They're very lazy. Some people now they take advantage of the current situation. People now when they plant behind their yard, where they get number the triple the price. As something happens no more, something they don't times the price past 10 times. Why we for the wicked to wish so? Why we for the wicked to wish so? Tomorrow back this one. Kaluko, then rest here, we should make it so. Time for harvest. Something that Lebanese or some other people that go buy them, they store them. They store them in the host and the storage there. Then they make them say the rest scarce. So let them let them ease the price up. Let's say they cancel 150,000. People they go buy everything and can put it in storage. They say the rest scarce. Then begin selling 200,000, 250,000. Unless they stop all them corruption and people are going to get food in that country there for it. Unless them money when they go pay their hotel, when they say in the back pay their all thing and because of the COVID, if they take her, they put up, they go eat them that mommy where the plant will get in behind the yard, where the plant them corn there, where the plant they have 15 there. You understand that? They support her. Then they try to extend them, farm them. They extend them, farm them. Things them go look better than freestyle. But without that, we are not going nowhere. And now so we go deeper angry. Now so we go deeper angry. But no more, like I said, the question why they ask is, why make now? I don't know people if you know the answer there. Why make the now them politicians now? The all can put you on farming. Do I can help me on that side there?
Well, the president be don't tell and say politician or parliamentarian or everybody forget farm. So at one time then we begin the drive, but the drive be die. But I think maybe some man getting for sure. So now I make maybe some people in the show waiting and get now.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we pray for that. Let us all put on param because if you don't do that farming day, rest cheap in the country. We see the rest bring cheap. That's it. Beaucoup. There's small business traders then because they're all under there. Then they make economic boost. There's also business traders there. We see that rest they begin cheap. People are beginning to sell and buy rest 100,000, 120,000. The next thing is then people will begin selling 20 cents, 30 cents. As for I know they know what's 30 cents, but maybe but till they go cut down. The poor people they would make him pay my own, you understand? They're glad you go buy in 2 cups, you can put in paper and wait in eater. But just imagine you get 10,000, you go buy 1 cup rice, 2 cup rice. What did they take it? Just permanent where you can put on top. Forget that permanent the problem. We will get all them banga farm them. Like somebody asked, where SLPMB? Who said SLPMB you don't go? What do you make, they in existence again? Why? And that day that one party people that will be the make the economy be so they go before because with the buyers, with the importers. But once they stop, everything stop. So I don't know my get. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
All right, thank you very much, Alaji. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, now to food insecurity in Sierra Leone. eat waiting you grow. There are so many hiccups to this food insecurity we make we reach to delicate today. Because we might say even the term in the 60s, 70s, Papa Shekin term, food not to be problem. We be the eat wait till they grow. Even some of we grow up, yes, in the late 70s, early 80s, we not say food been there. And but right now, we land say 5.1 million people. Okay. Backyard garden. Let's start from there first. Because nowadays, a lot of people, they talk about it. They say, the people, they know and do backyard garden. Like me, na Freetown me born. And I grew up in Freetown. But however, since I'm small, I like farming. I like anything for do with the soil. And I could remember we get a space outside we been there, inside Freetown. The space outside we been there. Me, I go potato leaf, I go cassava leaf, I eat them. Me if I go, I eat them. Green, okra, sugar cane. It was a small plot, but I began one bid for everything. And just thinking about it again, I just remember the joy the day I harvest, where I know say, now with your plant being yard, now we cook and that did it. Not to be saying a big place. And as until I be like for they do, the work come, the place, they get for bill behind it. So waiting happen. Garden done, hose come on top, outside the garden be there. Then they done. Some places they're inside Freetown right now. I'm not talking about the provinces yet. Some places they're inside Freetown right now. Space not there for do backyard garden. Because if they get way safe, inside I like a small dotty they want put a room there. So a lot of places not get backyard garden. But however, the few we go able for utilize that, then choose not for waka that part today. Then choose not for waka that part today. The part of waiting, say, grow something, just the fun of it first. See how you like them. Then, again for the inside you. Again for the inside you. For do that backyard garden. Come on, make you come now to the western area rural, where it be say, na part of western area rural, na part of the area we get problem. We have mixed by the 5.1 million. Now take them from us where? Is it Grafton? Is it Hastings by Ogo Bridge? Because now the western area start, take go them for mile. Most of the places where they have backyard. Most of the places they then get swamp. Okay, let me say now you come Tumbo Junction for go inside Waterloo Highway. Any side where you go small, maybe like 3-4 miles, you meet bridge. Then bridge and they water can they run there. And if you look down there, they see people in the plants. You go inside any village where you go inside, you go see people in the plants in that area there. But get opportunity to talk to these people, you go find out agriculture not cheap. Agriculture not cheap. Agriculture is not cheap. And most of we within the diaspora, we go able for do something in the agricultural sector in Sierra Leone. We don't ever think about that. Then they come into we say they want to cut out for buy bike. Then they come into we for all the things the way they want. Why you not suggest to them? Say, let's offend the land, they'll do agriculture. Okay, make I just talk small now because myself are they into not to boku, na small no more. But inside there, I go tell you say it is not cheap. You know waiting at the one main issue with the Hamburg agriculture in Sierra Leone, na water. And the kind of I always had a promise for cow this gentleman. We do a lot in helping people in the diaspora for we get farms in a saloon. I think always at a promise say at the cow time, I'll try for see what in schedule tomorrow and see if you're available or even before this week done. Since we don't talk about agriculture now, make we see what in me and you able for do. But I want to tell you, say, we in the diaspora, we able move agriculture na Sierra Leone. If everybody try to put in bits inside agriculture. I remember at one time, we don't do a program now, where people then talk about agriculture. Where they say, oh, if you find yourself, we'll get to agriculture, we'll come together. I'm working on that. After I see we ministers, them everybody they show off in Yond. Okay. People labor go tongue. What's go show? But it's not about showing off. Waiting you don't do to the soil for able for help people and for it. But again, I want to repeat say we in the diaspora. We have the resources for able help for move agriculture na Sierra Leone because agriculture no cheap. We don't call now say oh schools then na your community. We don't call most of we get usai we common at the provinces. I know few people will say, oh, then a free tongue, now they then born and then people them everything, you know, get any, but even you say born a free tongue, you're supposed to get a village where people ain't go more. Supposed to get a village where people ain't go more. So even if not to the provinces, even inside free tongue, you get the Sussex, the number 2, the Gloucester, the Leicester, all those places. The people are supposed to come on one part area than they. Make we begin proud of we roots and wanting to do something in those areas. But the main way we're talking about Sierra Leoneans are lazy. If you say they are lazy, you want to look at agriculture. So because Sierra Leoneans they know they do agriculture because they don't want to do it, you term them and say they are lazy. But Salone people, I want to say, when you look in other areas, they're not lazy. It's just say no more, them give agriculture by the eye. And because they give agriculture by the eye, we say they're lazy. You say they're lazy. But they are not. But waiting, I asked the chief Namoyamba, say all the youth them, look them all they ride Okada. What will they do for bring these young guys then come back? We see this EU-funded project for farmers. The same farmer them, the same small farmer they will left no more now then they go meet back. What about the one them we don't commodity, they pan Okada? Waiting go attract them for left the young guys them come back pan farming. Something get for be attractive. Okada attracts them because then they able to make money quick one. So that's why neither part in the worker. But we're supposed to give them a reason, try for sure and say, you see, what you make 5.1 million people right now, then they're wondering where come 14 for it. Now because we left the soil. We left her. And we in the diaspora, as soon as you call for land in Sierra Leone, what you want to do now? Also you want bill. Not to plant you want plant to. Now also you want bill. So if you call for bill us, then me call for do agriculture. Or if you say then go give. Now you want bill us. And you will want bills because you have the money you ready to do. So tell me where they call for plant. Now list me one list the land. Okay, now listen for me to 5-10 years. Make a the plant stay first. But I want for make we know now say if we really want to move agriculture in Sierra Leone, we can do it. We not the diaspora. Because we do, we get the finance. The one them in Sierra Leone, agriculture is not cheap. The government able to provide and do all the things that will go make agriculture boom in Sierra Leone. But when they talk about agriculture, let's say now, in the next 1 year, everybody go into agriculture. The one way we get now, the one way we get in abundance, we can left, then they rotting. The one we get in abundance. When are orange, mango, and the likes. Then they rotting. Because sometimes they're not able for harvest them. They're not able for harvest them. At all. Because we do ide boku. So let's say now everybody come into agriculture, they can't de boku. Where is the storage? Where the good road for pull and come out inside the Canada? These are all things the way sometimes I can see not like, oh God. What I can see in season and say, I wish I did alone now. Just go to these villages, just go to the interior outside people. Just try for show people how other people are going through in season. Say it really not easy for them. Agriculture go change Sierra Leone 360. Me, I know that. Yusuf know that. But the people in Sierra Leone no look know that. So how can we make them for know that? How? I don't think say is by telling them say una lazy una come here. Una lazy una go plant. You don't make for self now they don't build a wall. You don't make they don't build a wall. But they need to understand, say, hey. You know what to make sometimes I can just take a deep breath and just, because whenever making go salon, I can engage them people there. I can talk to them. Let them understand. What's in are the benefits? Just like Kumar said, there is no need for us for the take pepper from a Mali. Pepper, the guy pepper, na Mali, then they go pull and now can sell in a salon. Makes you wonder. We interview the market woman na Jala Mukonde. They either come Bo Kenema for buy pepper, or they kind of free tone. Then they kind of Waterloo Dovecot for buy pepper. For can go back na Jala Mukonde. And Jala den get agricultural sector na the college do. They have it. But what happened? Where you be say, even the Jala of itself, not able for feed themselves. Now the same Jaladi. These are all things we should think about. So, what am I saying here? We need for Team Up Triangle 1. Say, definitely agriculture, not the way to go. But how? We self need for put we under the soil. We need for put we under the soil. That's in the way you put you under the soil. You're going to say agriculture is not cheap. Now that thing you go know. Now that thing you go know say, you know what in government need for do something. But we again, we get open backyard. What do we they do? Try them and see. Just try them. But since we don't say anybody who dip on farm business, na poor man, and we don't want to be poor, that's another problem. That's another problem. Because we don't say anybody who do farming work, na poor person. Whereas farmers, they are not. They're not. They know. But big, let's think about that. Let's see how we go able to put way under the soil. We all know how to come out. Friend 1, 2, 3 on Monday. Give them. Yeah? Let them begin plan. Let them talk. Let them, like me, I've done soil testing. I don't do this. I don't do that. So I know what I they look at. So sometimes we not just the kind for just can't talk. But no, I do try the things them out with the talk now for see how. So when I talk I talk from an informed point of view. Let's try. We can do it. If we all begin pump, small. Now with different areas then. Trust me, the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, now different you go to talk na salon. But just on the diaspora back here, as you get farm just over there, say, oh, the farm don't correct one, or you get to ranch, you get poultry, you get to this and that and whatever. You did remember now for out and the diaspora for can make money. Not so. Now how? As soon as just now they say, oh, this thing you don't wait itself for, not for the salon people again, not for Ebolo, for say oh Lord one for Sierra Leone. Now how for Kautana the diaspora? I tell you, try and make her upload the interview I do with Dr. Samuel Kamara. Because instead of get a farm, and I be get opportunity, I go na Kamalo, I go see the farm. Yes, a huge farm, different. Even a Putzloko, you get family. And I be get opportunity back for see the farm na Putzloko. But inside the interview, you go see. Because most of them, when they do farming in Sierra Leone, even the president, he get area when a cashew. And that cashew day, now for export. Dr. Samura back, he get area when a cashew. That cashew day back, now for export. So I begin for ask and say, wait to, I don't say rest, because I don't say rest time for be. He begin for explain what happened with him. The first try we try for plant rest, how that one day be common. I have the interview. I get her. So not to for say, not just like that too. No, then they do their own. And I'm glad even Oman and Minneapolis, he just share with me some pictures. When you get your own small one. But he say, I go link her with person because he say the team back now they come up for her. But the person with me they work with, I think I will bring Ankanaya. I'll bring Anaya and we'll go share some things them way don't they do. But if you're there on Facebook, search for Kabia Farm. Kabia Farm, search for him. He's on Facebook. There's a company in Sierra Leone. Me, I work with them. Plus, what I work with, now they able for say yes. And he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. Just search for Kabia, KABIA, Kabia Farm on Facebook. You go see the page and you go see everything we Kabia Farm done they do. Na salon. But it's not cheap. So know that too. It's not cheap. But at least you will see waiting they happen for you. If you want to give a try. Yeah? And so we go close for today. We'll go there back tomorrow. Go there back tomorrow, yeah? Abibatu K. Kabase, say, I'm the person behind Kabia Farm. Okay, that's good. That's the person I'm working with. Triple lady patril writes down some kind eka, eh? I'm Nancy Baxe, one of his friends. Actually, they work with the person at Kabia Farm. Oh, Abibatu Kabayin said they all two grew up in the same house. Well, that's it. Yes, Kabia Farm. Check them out. Let begin inspire we self now, ba. We self na the diaspora. Let us begin make changes na the agricultural sector in Sierra Leone. Agriculture is the way to go. See, Chief Minister don't do your own. Ben Kefala don't do your own. The President and the First Lady, they don't do their own. What again be don't show off your own? I'll say me the next time I will show off me own. Those do. Those have come back. Look, okay, you know it's okay for do stuff. We will make competition self now. Eh? Inside the family, inside the network family. And that will begin show. I like na backyard yon. Me I begin backyard but the dog will again not agree. For me can the compound nine backyard garden stop. Backyard garden stop for more the dog can the compound. So I not get backyard garden again. But I used to. Yes, I used to. We get backyard garden. I tell you that's something we may like. That's something I like. So any side you go, that small garden they be in me. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll pick the zeal for do agriculture in Sierra Leone. Not to under stress, so easy one. Till we meet again. Triple AC, no stress. Ta-ta.